What lets you learn about the world in a whole new way? The Intel Pentium processor. It has the power to make PC software come alive with the sights and sounds that take you there, wherever there happens to be. The Intel Pentium processor. What lets you learn about the world in a whole new way? The Intel Pentium processor. It has the power to make PC software come alive with the sights and sounds that take you there, wherever there happens to be. The Intel Pentium processor. What lets you learn about the world in a whole new way? The Intel Pentium processor. It has the power to make PC software come alive with the sights and sounds that take you there, wherever there happens to be. The Intel Pentium processor.
Intel inside. Intel inside. Intel inside. Intel inside.
きなさい。
さあ新世代インテルコア2デュオプロセッサー
Intel apresenta
So it's not just notes in the tune that count. They do provide melodic profile and identity, and that lets you hear and it's the same tune, even if they're played in different keys, at different pitches, at different speeds, at different volumes, on different instruments, in different ways, with different accompaniments or with no accompaniment at all. Anyhow, point is that all these other things matter just as much as does the melodic profile. For example, So why did the jingle turn out the way it did? Well, rhythmically, durationally and intervallically, it had to fit the spoken words Intel inside. Hang on, those notes are wrong. It should be like this. Rather than because it's more difficult to sing, and because and are among the most common consonant melodic intervals. And why is the original timbre this and not or? Because, says Wertzover, marimba, xylophone and things like that all sound corporate in his ears. Now if you don't agree with Wertzover here, just do a Google image search for marimba or xylophone and corporate. Then, for the xylophone's news and light industry connotations, try reading this section in 10 Little Title Tunes. Yeah, and don't forget the Microsoft Corporation and all those marimba samples from all those various versions of Windows.